Hi, y'all. I'm Barry Hack. I got a story for you today I think you're really going to like. And maybe dads, granddads, you can identify with this. Moms, dads, I think you'll identify with this story very well. It's recorded in three Gospels: Matthew 8, Mark 4, and Luke 8. And so today we're going to be hearing about Jesus again, obviously, if we're talking about the Gospels. But here, Jesus finished ministering to thousands of people. So he's healed lepers and blind people and fed 4,000 and 5,000 and just done a lot of stuff. And so he's directing his disciples to go to the other side of the lake, the sea, whatever you want to call it. So this body of water. And so he gets all the disciples into the boat, and Jesus goes up, and what does he do? He falls asleep. He's exhausted. He's been doing everything, teaching and healing and preaching. And so he goes up to take a little nap. And as the disciples row out into the sea, what should happen but a storm comes up? I don't know about you, but if you've never been in the middle of a lake or ocean or sea, maybe you've seen the movies, where they have a storm all of a sudden just come up, and that boat is going way up in the sky and then falling down. It's a little scary. Um, but the point is, they're freaking out. They're losing faith. They think they're going to drown. They're going to have loss of life. And so they go and they wake Jesus up. Now, my personal opinion, and it says he was asleep, is that Jesus wasn't all the way asleep. Maybe like granddad, half asleep on the lazy boy, but he's still keeping an eye on the kids to make sure they're safe. So Jesus, I say, again, half asleep on the stern of the boat here, looking at his disciples panicking. Now, I want to remind you, Jesus is in the boat with them. He's not going to let himself drown, but the disciples here, their faith is not strong enough to believe that Jesus is with them. They can see him, but they're not thinking that the fact that Jesus is master over everything. And so they go and wake him up. Jesus, Jesus, hey, we're going to drown. We're going to drown. Help us, help us. So he gets up and he says to him, first thing, hey, I got this. No, he doesn't say that. He says, you have little faith. I'm right, basically, I'm right here. What are you worried about? He gets up, he rebukes the storm, and everything goes quiet. The disciples immediately go, what kind of man are you? When you hear this and when you read this, you kind of go, wait a minute, what kind of man are you? Do you not realize this is the Son of God? And so the disciples here get an immediate lesson in the fact that they've got Jesus with them, but they're still experiencing fear. They're still experiencing doubt. They're still experiencing every human emotion here, but they're not trusting in the fact that Jesus is God. He's the Son of God, and as he calls himself, the Son of Man. Here, ministering, healing blind people, raising, in the future, they haven't seen this yet, raising the dead, feeding thousands upon thousands of people. And the disciples have him in the boat with them, and they're worried about what's going to happen. So, today, how does this apply to our lives? This is it. We have Jesus with us, okay? If you claim Christ and you have Jesus accepted into your heart and you're living for him, that's what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then, here's an opportunity. Jesus in the boat with you, you can conquer any storm of life. And that's what the example is. They're out in the middle of the ocean, the middle of the sea, middle of the lake, whatever you want to call it, this body of water, and a storm of life comes upon them, and they panic. Instead of looking to Jesus and knowing that he's in the boat with them and calming down, they get more and more scared. And isn't that how fear attacks you? Fear comes over and says, you're doomed. You can't handle this. It's too much. Give up. Stop. Quit. Whatever. Jesus says, peace, be still. And he calms the storm of life that's raging and the waves hitting the boat and knocking you around, and he calms it. With Jesus in the boat with you, anything is possible. And I say this from experience. He's allowed me to travel over a good portion of the United States, providing for my needs, getting me through college, He's done a lot in my life, but enough about me. What has Jesus done for you lately? How has he helped you? When you start counting your blessings and counting all the things that he's done and helped you with over your life, it builds your faith just a little bit. It helps you get encouraged and go, you know what? With me and God, anything is possible. With Jesus in my boat, anything is possible. Anything can happen for good. Even if Jesus is asleep in the boat, which he's not, anything can happen, meaning waves aren't going to crash over and submerge the boat. Storms of life are always going to come. That's just the point. With free will comes free choice, and things can happen. But if you have Jesus in the boat with you, anything is possible. God bless y'all this week. It's a shorter message than usual, but I hope it's just as powerful. That with you and Jesus, y'all make a great team together. And with him in the boat, anything is possible. Believe that this week as you go about and witness and love on others. Please love on others. We need more love now in the state that we're in than any time before. Appreciate all y'all do. God bless y'all. Bye.